But I'll be honest with you, I think it's looking really good right now. He's a stud. A stud, which we all knew he would be, but
right.
I guess not as much as he has been so far.
Right.
Him and Breeze, the connection.
Right, yeah.
Almost like the rock and sock connection.
Drew Brees has been, I don't want to get into the main history of him and I think we're all aware of, the fact I had him for so long, I was ahead of the curve, and then I finally, didn't get him anymore, and they went on to 1,000 Dynasty Bowls in a row and won Dynasty Championships without me, and every time I play him, he completely goes off. But, he did it again, and looks like that's pretty much the difference. I decided to start Carson Palmer over Andrew Luck, which I would do again in a heartbeat, considering the matchup. Luck ended up having a better game, but...
not by much.
Not by much. And
not enough to matter.
Right, exactly. So, it stings. It is a stinger to score the second most points in the league but lose, but still, I guess, a good loss for me. At least I put some points on the board. And I go down to 2-1. Johnny C's sitting at 3-0 and sitting pretty.
Sitting pretty.
This next game was the Boston Loggers defeating Handy Quacks, and I think it was 84-71, a relatively low-scoring game.
Gross.
I think Loggers actually scored 80 in the 80 range for the second week in a row. This time he gets the victory, however. And Handy Quacks drops to 0-3, which is just amazing. He's now lost 7 games in a row, spanning back to last season. And, it's not like he's having really bad luck either. He's averaging 96 points a week. And I think we all agree, once you get 100 points, that is kind of the marker where we think you probably should win or lose. So the fact he's not averaging that, you can't really say he should be 3-0 or something like that.
No one saw this coming.
No one saw this coming. I'm sure Zach didn't see this coming. I know, he did put a bit of a target on his back, though. He's got to admit, saying he's going undefeated and breaking the points record. What do you think about Handy Quacks? We talked about last week about the fact that if he goes 0-3, he's not out of it due to at least based off history. But do you think he's out of it?
And granted, he's claimed a lot of things in the past. 12-3, I'm still going to make the playoffs and win the whole thing.
Okay.
That's what he claims.
All right. You know what? I like the passion. I like the confidence.
He doesn't really have another choice at this point.
Well, he could say, yeah, my team fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I'd be lucky if I go 8-7. Or
he sold his whole team for next year.
Do you think he's going to be a seller soon this year?
Zach,
if you decide to be a seller, call me.
If he loses this week,
yeah. We'll get to that, but I agree with you. VIP on Swole defeated you, Bubba Gump Shrimp there. And Bubba, you're now in the midst of a 5-game losing streak spanning back to last season, which actually ties your franchise record for losing streak. And I know you mentioned earlier before we started recording, you thought you were going to win this week, and it was a low-scoring affair. You thought you had yourself a chance, and Kaepernick kind of sucked, right?
No, I didn't really give myself a great chance, but as we started going on, I said, I have a chance, and then Kaepernick fucked me in the ass, and I got AIDS like fours.
Yeah, and VIP on Swole actually, this is the first time so let me restate this. 9 weeks in a row, Coach Heaney scored 100 points or more spanning back to last season, and he actually snapped that streak here this past week. And the 9 weeks in a row of going over 100 points actually ties a Dynasty, not really a record, but I guess it is a record.
Yeah.
Not really a record we keep track of, but a record nonetheless. And Bubba, care to guess who the 2 teams are in Dynasty history who have also scored 100 points or more 9 weeks in a row?
You.
First of all, why do you say it like that? I would like to know why. No. I want to know why is it said like that?
Because oftentimes when there is a record,
do you think I only bring these records up when I'm involved?
That's maybe what it seems like.
That's what it seems like.
Anyway,
because I'm just involved in so much success.
Are you a correct answer?
Yes.
And the guard dogs.
God no. God damn it.
I thought he scored the most. I thought
you're right.
One year he had 18.
You're right.
1,800 points.
You're right. That's a good guess.
I don't know.
Solo. Back in his D6 championship run, he also did it.
Nice job, Bri.
And I'm a little bucked, by the way, at what just occurred here. I don't understand. There's no. I want to go on the record right now. I do not bring these things up only when I'm involved.
It's just weird that every time.
First of all, it's not every time.
The last 2 it has been.
Well, it's not. Is it my fault that I've had success and I'm just involved in these records? It's not my. Well, yeah, it is my fault in a good way.
I suppose.
You listen. You got the 201 most points scored.
Fucking right, I do.
Right. So
next time that comes up,
you're proud of it.
You better believe I'm
proud.
bringing it
You
up.
should be proud of these records.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all riled up now. I want to be calm for Tom Hanks. I want to be calm, Bob.
All right.
South Riverdale Division Game of the Week was the Rockdalian Senators against the Hong Kong Cavaliers. The Cavs win. Another win for the Cavaliers. Senators dropped down to 1-2. Senators said some sort of post talking about some ethics investigation on the Green Bay coaching staff for concussions. Did you follow that, Bob?
Yeah, I saw that, but I just put it by the wayside.
Okay. Not too much weight into that, apparently. But Hong Kong is, first time in franchise history now that the Cavaliers have gone 3-0.
It's going to be tough to not win 5 games this year.
Right, and you know what? Maybe, once he hits 6 wins, maybe we should make a pact, like, no more bringing up the 5. Because he's earned it. Yeah. But until then, I think we can bring it up every now and then. It is a bit of a stale joke, but it is what it is, right?
It's not stale if it's true, right?
Right.
Isn't that the saying?
Right. So, hey, Bub, is Jordan Cameron the early favorite for draft pick of the year at this point?
Stud.
Yeah.
STD.
What? That's...
UD.
Yeah. Right.
UD,
yes.
stud. Like a potato.
You're a math whiz, but English is not your forte.
Ask Steve Smith.
Brutal Deluxe and the Soul Glonians was the next game, and this is actually, going to be honest, a game that is kind of still in question as we're recording here. I apologize for your listeners who already know what happened. I'm guessing that Soul Glows won this game via Peyton Manning on Monday Night Football, although Coach McDowell does have no Sean Marino. We actually have the game on right now.
He's up 10, so it's
possible.
If Moreno needs to go off, he needs to get 20 points.
Right, but
more than 20, he's got it.
More than likely, Soul Glow is going to go to 2-1. Not really looking at her as a contender, to be honest with you, but you know what? You never know, right? You never know.
Never know.
Yellow Peril and the Pig Newtons was the next game. And Bub, you were wrong about this game. I think you said that Peril's going to kill him, and that did not happen.
That's because he started RG3 instead of Cam Newton.
And I wanted to bring that up. I mean, Jay Young drafted Newton pretty high, and he's only used him 1 out of the 3 weeks. So, I mean,
that's the problem with drafting 2 quarterbacks like that. I'd say go with your number 1 guy. Mm-hmm. I understand. Like Griffin was playing Detroit. I get it, but I mean,
getting a little cute.
Griffin looks awful.
Getting a little cute.
I could be better than him.
Getting a little cute. So, and is Jay Young now going to be on another losing streak? We're going to have to wait and find out. You got that 1 win, and we don't know. We don't know. And I find it just fascinating, Bob. Fascinating shit that the 2 number 1 and number 2 favorites heading into the season was Handy Quacks and Peril. And granted, it's early, but after the 3rd week here, they combined record is 1-5.
It's crazy.
Fuck me.
Cray.
Crazy shit. So, and then lastly, the league poll by our odds makers was the AFC East quarterbacks, Brady, J. Manuel, Geno Smith, and Ryan Tannehill up against the NFC East running backs of DeMarco Murray, David Wilson, Alfred Morris, and LaShawn McCoy. The quarterbacks are going to take that every time, and they did here this week.
Well, I mean, you'd think so, but then again, I mean, look at who the quarterbacks were.
Yeah, but Geno Smith and E.J. Manuel actually had
Eric Decker just scored.
Real? Oh! yeah, I got a shot. At this thing. Oh.
Now, let's take a look into the future with next week's matchups.
So, Bub, week 4 is the first week in which we play a team in the other division. Bub, I know you've kind of switched around divisions lately, but do you personally enjoy playing outer divisional games better, or does it not really matter to you? Or do you prefer the divisional matchups?
Nah, it doesn't really matter to me.
Doesn't matter?
Nah.
Play whoever's on your schedule.
Play who's on the schedule.
All right, I like it. And then this week, this upcoming week, we got some bye weeks finally kind of starting up. Not a lot, but a few. So, factor that in, I guess.
Yep.
Let's go into some of the slate of games here, and Bub, stop me if you want to discuss a little bit, or you have any nugget or anything you want to say about the game here. First game is the 2-1. At least, I should put a little disclaimer here. I'm assuming I'm 2-1. As you know, it's the midst of a Monday night game, and Eric Decker just scored, so it could be 3-0, but we'll see. The 2-1 or 3-0 Riverdale Scoopers against the 2-1 Soul Glow. And again, we don't know if Soul Glow will be 2-1. This really sucks doing it on Monday night. This sucks.
Blame the Northridge Public School System.
Yeah. Bub has an open house Tuesday night, and that's why we're not able. And I actually found out I couldn't have done it on Tuesday night either. I have a baptism.